Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is feeling a bit directionless, not really sure which path in life really makes sense to them. This is somebody who's feeling like they've lost out or feeling like something that they thought was going to work out has not worked out. So, this could be somebody who's upset because of a career situation or a family situation, or, of course, a love situation. With the Page of Cups in the reverse, this can be about rejection, but more so what I'm picking up on is somebody who feels despondent or sad. So, let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchanta. I hope you're having a good day so far. I'm excited because it's a high of 81 today. Hello, Corey. Hello, GP. Hello, April. Hello, Aqua Beauty. Hello, Yoga. How are we doing today? If you are interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com, just in case. Just in case you don't want to go look. There's other cool things down there too, but you know. All right, this is the situations deck. Let's see what else we've got for you. So what is this reading about? Well, so we have genuine, certain love, unconditional at the very top of the card. And family, blood ties, inner circle. So we could have somebody who feels like they are torn between what their family wants or expects of them and who they love. We could also just look at this as this unconditional love doesn't have to be romantic love. This could be somebody who felt like they could count on a family member or somebody who is in their inner circle, and they feel like now they don't know if they can trust that person. The prevailing story is romantic love, because here now we have the clarification. So you are either being pulled, or your person, between a love interest and your family, or like a best friend and your love interest. We have the divine masculine showing up with the love card, and it looks as though the arms in the divine masculine card kind of emulate or have a very similar position to the card that has the family on it. So again, it's like pulled two different directions, right? But this card only shows the one arm that's extended towards the love. So it feels to me like we have somebody who is wanting to address the fact that they want to be with somebody that their family doesn't approve of or doesn't seem to maybe even know about. But what their priority seems to be is this romantic love. Insatiable, unquenchable, and wanting more, and racing in the reverse. So I know what I want, or, I want to see more of this person, but with Chariot in the reverse, and now, which could symbolize, by the way, a car, now we have another image of a car or another reference towards a car. It's in the reverse, though. That's why we have somebody who's feeling a little directionless. I know what I want, but I don't know if I should do that. The image I'm seeing in my mind to kind of correlate with that is, raise your hand if you've ever been on a highway and somebody's trying to merge, but they're trying to merge at like half the speed they need to be at. I know you've been there. It's so aggravating. It's like, you know what the speed limit is on this highway, don't you? You know it's at least like 50, right? So why are you going 25? This is somebody who is not sure how to go about what they want. Do I do this? Do I have to get permission? Do I need to like just go and do it? They may be looking to get some advice from a close friend of theirs. Hello, Tim. How are you doing? Hello, Dapper. How are you doing? I don't know if this is your first time on the channel, Dapper, but I have a special place in my heart for symbolic logic because of a class I took in college. So yeah, let's do this. I do offer personal readings if you want. My email address is in the description box. I'm so glad to hear it's sunny. Enjoy that, Lucas. Hello. What should I call you? I don't know how to say that, but I'm going to try. Mag Dwasport? Please tell me, did I get like a D- on that or did I do all right? I have never been in Sweden, but I did get to meet like over 30 of my relatives in Norway when I was there, mostly in Bergen, but I have a very deep love for the Nordic countries. So hopefully someday I get to check out Sweden as well. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Upper Echelon. How are we doing today? Hello, April. It's your month. Just kidding. You probably get sick of hearing that. We've got Eight of Swords, another Page of Cups in the reverse, and the Empress in the reverse. This honestly feels to me like we have somebody who feels stuck, right? This is another reference to, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. And it's making me upset. Page of Cups in the reverse. Empress in the reverse. This Empress in the reverse is somebody who doesn't really seem to know how to approach a connection in a mature or respectful way. But this could be the family that is, not approving, or this could be the person that the divine masculine is dealing with. Keep in mind that divine masculine doesn't have to be somebody that, resembles the person in the picture. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us, so that could be anyone. It's more so that we have somebody who feels like they need to take action, but they don't know how. And that masculine energy is about taking action. This Empress in the reverse, as much as it is a reference to somebody who doesn't approve, could also be like a best friend. I also feel like it's the fact that we have divine masculine in the upright, divine feminine in the reverse. This is saying this is not a time to sit back and wait and see what's going to happen or feel like you can pull in whatever it is that you want. This is a time to take action. And I think they're kind of struggling with that, right? Like, I don't know, man. What if I do it wrong? What if I say the wrong things? Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? Oh, maybe you haven't met GP before or Lucas before. You've been around for a while. So we've got the Three of Cups and Death in the reverse. And a Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. See, whoever I'm reading for that's in this divine masculine energy, they're recognizing that they cannot choose this love relationship. They cannot be with the person that they want unless they deal with the fact that their family has like an opinion about it, or that their long-term best friend does not support it. There's something here about you got to like try to have some conversations that are some pretty uncomfortable subject matters before you can really pursue someone. It's like saying if there's a chance to change the temperature here to help that person, kind of get over whatever it is that doesn't seem to support your relationship, it will be a problem down the line. It's like if you were to go and weed your garden, but you didn't get any of the roots. You just got the top part. That shit's coming back, okay? This is saying until you deal with the block, it will always be a block. For some of you, this family and racing card in the reverse could be that we have somebody that is struggling with allowing their love interest to actually like make it into the inner circle. Maybe they get a little gun shy, still seeing that card, not necessarily knowing how to merge, right? Ten of Swords. It's like my least favorite Ten of Swords, even though I love that it has like a unique depiction. And the reason that I don't like it is because it's always said to me that we have somebody here who is risking or experiencing an ending. And with those hands that they're looking at, I always see those as their own hands. I did this to myself. I could have done something to prevent this, but I didn't. And with the Four of Pentacles, it feels like this is about somebody holding back. Are you going to have that conversation? Are you going to speak your truth? Or are you just going to kind of like pretend nothing matters? Six of Swords in the reverse. Pretending that nothing needs to change or nothing needs to happen is only aggravating the situation with the Six of Swords in the reverse. Instead of like resolving a problem, it's like they added fuel to the fire. Four of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. This is like if somebody had to apologize to you for something that happened between the two of you, something that they had said, and they say something along the lines of, well, I don't know really why you're mad at me, but I guess I'm sorry. Wow, that's one for the record books. Thank you so much for that show of genuine feeling. This is somebody who may have put their foot in their mouth or done something to really make it less realistic or possible that this reconciliation or reunion is going to happen. So if this is somebody who's struggling because their family does not approve of their love interest, they might have said to their love interest, you know, like, I'm sorry, but what do you want me to do? Tell them I choose you over them? Ew. This is not necessarily thinking before you speak, and then the situation gets worse. So we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. It feels to me like somebody is in a position where they have to choose between what they feel they're supposed to do and what they feel they are meant to do, right? Head versus heart. Am I going to show loyalty to people that maybe aren't necessarily wanting the best things? Did I say hi to Key Controller? I think I did. That's all right. We'll see you later. Hello, Jim. How are you doing? Hello, Robert. So we have that split in the road, right? Are you going to go with what's kind of like the easier path, no changes required, no upsetting of the best friend or the family members? Or are you going to kind of be a little bit more disruptive and choose the thing that you actually want? This is the Voyage of the Soul. Also, as like just like a random thing about my channel, I'm starting to wonder if my internet starts cutting off or like buffering my readings if they get longer than 30 minutes. So I'm going to start keeping track of that. And if so, I might have to keep my readings under 30 minutes, unless I can find a way around that. But I really hate that it keeps cutting off the readings like partway through. So if having like shorter readings, like videos, but maybe even having like an extended or like a part 2 is a way around that, then that's what I'll do. We have Unknown and Ascension. Unfamiliar territory, void, obscure, wait, risk and trial, and ascension. Upgrade, activation, progress, timelines, and shifting. So there's a timeline shift here. And it's... Oh, I haven't thought about that show in a while. It's uncomfortable for this person to make a decision because they don't know what happens when they make this different decision, when they do something out of character. So what I just saw in my mind was, I don't know if any of you used to watch wiped out, or maybe it's still on. But the general idea was, let's have a bunch of people who are crazy enough to like go through this adventure, like this, what do we call it? It's like right there. Like oh God, this is driving me crazy. Obstacle course? Can we call it that? Does that work? But it's like all water underneath, right? And usually like big bouncy balls, but like, 20 times bigger than a person. And I don't know, little like foam bars that knock you off. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Sometimes you have to jump ahead and hope that you're going to be able to land where you want to without getting knocked off into the water, right? I feel like this is somebody who's thinking about the fact that if they're actually in this little balloon here on this card, they might have to land in cloudy weather. I don't know what's going to happen. So if I put all this work in it, or if I jump right now, am I going to end up like losing it all? Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? I will say Magda. Thank you. Really? I am so jealous. I can't tell you how many times I've told people that my name that my name is basically just a combination of my two favorite things, cars and men, because there's no name that has cheese in it. You can ask anybody. Hello, Iron Butterfly. How's it going? Yeah, I think Gauntlet would work for that too, Robert. All right, what else do we have? Harvest, bloom, and polarity. So this is the situation we find ourselves in when the universe is saying it's time for you to level up. It's time for you to choose a better life, a better situation in a new chapter. But oftentimes when you have those moments, when you have that chance to change your life for the better, it can feel like you are being asked to get up on a cold morning when you're all cozy and comfortable and you know you're going to get cold when you get out of bed. It's uncomfortable. It may not be absolutely perfect where I am. Maybe I'm thirsty, or maybe I need to blow my nose, but at least I'm cozy. And the universe is like, I don't care if you're cozy. I'm telling you, you can have something better. Get up. And I'm like, but can you just bring it to me? No. Because if you want your blessings, because if you want the harvest, you better get plowing. You have to get out there, right? You have to go make it happen. So we have somebody who is basically being tempted. Here's what it is that you want. But you can't just sit back and wait for somebody to deliver it to you. This ain't DoorDash, sweetie. You have to get up and do something. So we have polarity, contrast, resistance, pull, yin and yang, and magnetic. The magnetism will do much of the work, but there's still an expectation that you have to actually do something for it. You have to have some skin in the game. You can't just be waiting for some drone to drop off your Mickey D's. Okay? Is that what they're doing now? Or did that get... I feel like there was a problem with that. I don't know. Point is, you want something, you got to go get it. Think of all the people out there who wanted something, but for one reason or another, they let it just pass them by. Think about I Love Lucy. When all those little chocolates were passing by her and Ethel, they put them in their mouth. I can't wrap this one, so I'll just eat it. This is somebody who's like, you got what you want right in front of you, but you have to actually like stand up and like say something or do something. So we have the Queen of Swords, lots of air energy, including with the Fool, because we have in this first row, 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords, now the Queen of Swords. But you know what I like about this? This feels like being honest with oneself. 8 of Swords, I'm stuck. I don't know how to do anything. I can't choose. I don't know what to say. 10 of Swords, acceptance. I put myself in this situation. I can get myself out of the situation. But first, I have to understand what actually happened. And I feel like this Queen of Swords is all about intelligence. That's right. I'm puffing up your ego a little bit. You've learned a lesson, or your person has. And it's telling them it's time to let go of this Four of Pentacles. It's time to let go of this tendency to hold back or let things pass you by. It's time for a new approach. So we have Six of Wands clarifying the Six of Swords. High Priestess in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse again. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like we have someone being secretive. I know that my best friend or my family doesn't really want me to pursue this or doesn't want me to go through this transformation. We could have some low vibrational folks, or we could have some people that have maybe kind of like judged overly or harshly the love interest. This could also be a little bit of codependency, right? But this is somebody who feels like in order to be successful, if I'm going to actually like do something, I don't know if I can tell very many people. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a loss or a sense of failure that precedes someone's decision to get back up. There have been times where I have failed spectacularly. Like if it were a jump into a swimming pool from a diving board, just to like give it a visual image for you, it would be me like moving a little bit too fast towards the end of the diving board and then like face planting, right? So right before you fail, you are much less motivated, in my opinion, than when you have just failed. Are there plenty of people who fail and then give up? Yeah, I'm not worried about them because that's not you. When I fail, and I have a phoenix tattoo to align with this theory, it motivates me. I'm not going to let that stop me. If this didn't work, then I can go this way. If I get stuck in traffic because there's a baseball game, then I will find a different route. You know, you've seen water. If you're trying to stop it, it will find another way, right? That is you, my friend. Did I feel like I lost everything? Did I feel like I can't figure this out now? Did I feel like I failed horribly? Did I look up at the person who caused the problem and see myself? Yes, but that doesn't mean I have to give up. I can get up after my face plant and still dive into that water and nobody will laugh at me. I've been laughed at a ton, okay, you guys? But I don't let that stop me. You shouldn't let that stop you either. This is somebody saying, yes, I fell. Yes, I had some issues. Yes, I probably like fumbled that. But I'm going to learn from my mistakes and I'm going to figure it out. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? Hello, is it Noir? How are you doing? Hello, Miss Princess. Hello, Kingly Eagle. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who wants a relationship. I've been on my own enough, or I've been keeping to myself enough, and I was ignoring my intuition. I was ignoring what I wanted. I was ignoring the path that I wanted to travel because it seemed like it was too difficult. Knight of Wands and the Lovers. So there's a sense of urgency now after somebody has felt like it was game over. With the Lovers, there's a choice, right? Do I do this or do I do that? Again, kind of similar to like the outstretched arms we had early on, right? The Lovers has to people with outstretched arms towards each other. So who do I depend on? Who do I prioritize? You have Judgment. That was the Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I feel like the reason the Four of Pentacles was up here is this is the one they're letting go of, right? They're taking a new approach instead of holding back. And that's why we have the Nine of Cups. I'm going to make my decision. And what I want to do is go for this relationship. I want to be with this person, even though my best friend tells me that it won't ever work, even though maybe my own fears still kind of make me feel like there's no chance. Yeah, we're going to go with the Edgar Allan Poe. What else do we have? Six of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse. The Sun and the Hermit. Wow. So I know I made things worse by opening up my mouth. I know I said some things I shouldn't have, or I know that maybe I lost my temper. I wasn't really being honest with myself about what I want or what I'm like capable of. But it's time for that to change. So whoever it is that is dealing with a little bit of a struggle, I feel lost, I don't know what to do, they're basically discovering what they need to know. And it could be because they have kind of taken some time away from like their best friend, taken some time away from some of those responsibilities or people that might have made them feel like there was no way to make this work. This is somebody who's going through enlightenment. We had Ascension come out earlier, Harvest. They're thinking about what they can or should or need to do in order to have this happiness. Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. So there's a fresh attempt, a different attempt. And I do feel like we have Four of Cups in the reverse because it's somebody who's kind of like, well, what if this works? Oops, I wasn't done with you. Come back here. What if I tried a different approach? What if I let go of this? Or what if I ignored that? What if I just said how I really felt? Empress. The Lovers in the reverse. Yeah. I really do feel like there's somebody who's maybe a little bit older than you. So it could be like a sibling. Even though the Empress is supposed to mean a mother or often means a mother. Like in this one, she's expecting. I feel like this is somebody who is a little bit older or a little bit younger than you, somebody who feels like they have control over you. So for some of you, this could even be like an aunt or uncle. It could be a parent. It could be a best friend. But I'm really focused on the fact that like she's got her hands on the little girl's shoulder. It's like somebody felt like they could control this person. We'll call them the King of Cups. Keep in mind that we don't want to get too focused on that gender, right? But this is somebody who, with the Lovers in the reverse, told or advised the King of Cups to let this person go or to not like pursue something serious. The Hanged Man. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. But with this King of Cups going through a spiritual awakening, they have thought more about what kind of company they keep, who's in their inner circle. And it could be that somebody who had for a very long time occupied a place at that table is getting booted in favor of this love interest. So that might be a little bit of an argument. Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Well, I'm hoping that if I come back around and I pursue this romantic relationship with you, that nothing has changed, that I haven't already lost you. They're real worried though. We had that urgency card. I can't remember which one it was. There's somebody who's feeling like they have to move quickly after having been resistant. Because with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, they're nervous that they've already lost their love interest. This is the Path of Shadows. We may see the Evil Queen. It's not really my favorite card in this deck, but I do feel like that was a card that talked about somebody who had like influence or was a little bit cold. That's funny, Iron Butterfly. All right, so we've got the Necromancer. Amidst the whispers of the dead, where mysteries are spread, what should have been gone still here remains. Kind of feels to me like somebody has to end a friendship or distance themselves from like a sibling because they've kept somebody around longer than they should have. And this is the person who's been causing like negative energy to cause problems in this relationship. Dagger, action, bravery, and determination. So this King of Cups is being asked, are you willing to make some changes? Are you willing to deal with this? Because this person has made it difficult for you to be in a relationship. And we have self-doubt. In shadows deep, fears and doubt creep, a specter haunting where courage sleeps. This is why we've had the hesitation. This is why we have somebody who's felt lost. They have dealt with self-doubt or insecurities that made them feel like even if they did, shoot for the stars, that they would still faceplant. Oh, this is my favorite card, the Black Cat. Grace, mystery, and psychic abilities. Man, that stare from the cat is really getting to me. I feel like whoever I'm reading for, the love interest of the King of Cups, you could be the divine masculine or the King of Cups could be the divine masculine, maybe even both of you. But we have, I feel, the love interest of the King of Cups as this very psychic person. This person who has maybe even told the King of Cups, your best friend is not your best friend. I also feel like this Black Cat has been able to show this King of Cups grace, or maybe even added to their confidence, taught them that they were capable of going through something like an ego death. But I do feel like there's something here about like inspiration with regards to confidence. All right, so this is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Wow. Are you serious? Okay, so why I say wow. This is technically the extended Lenormand. So there's, I think it's like 46 cards. And normally this Dark Night of the Soul card is our final card of the Lenormand. I said, wow, because we have, this is like A to Z or 0 to 60. Even though, again, this is the extended Lenormand, so it's technically not the last one in this deck. But what I'm seeing is somebody who's like, okay, I have a lot of work to do, but I don't have a lot of time. So I guess I'll drink like 10 Dr. Peppers and work all night. I have things I need to do. And what I love about this Rider card, Rider, is it's contradicting or showing a change from our directionless, lost, I don't know which way to go. This person's like, oh, I know where I'm going. I already got my bags packed, got a cooler in the back of the carousel horse with those Dr. Peppers. Yeah, this is somebody who's saying, I got a long way to go, but I'm going to do it all as quickly as I can. I don't feel like they're slacking. I don't feel like they're cutting corners, but this is somebody who's like, if not now, when? I guess I'll do it right now. It's like when you decide to move and then you only give yourself a couple of days to pack up all of your things. I don't know anybody like that. Hello, how's it going, Redbeard? Yes, you must. We've got number 19, which is the Tower. And I'm sorry if you get sick of me explaining this, but the Tower in the Lenormand is different than the Tower in the Tarot. The Tower in the Lenormand is more about structure, organization. It could be a company. It could be your network of friends, right? And it is paired with number 5, which is the tree. This tree talks about your mental strength, your ability to see what needs to be done, your fortitude, right? So we have an individual, I think, admitting to themselves, perhaps I would be better off. Perhaps I need to reconsider who's in my inner circle. Maybe this best friend isn't somebody that has had a very positive influence on me, and I should question whether or not I would be able to get out of this 8 of Swords if I wasn't so reliant upon somebody who I can't really trust, right? So we've got number 9, the bouquet, and number 29, the woman with a shirt. I know, you're so disappointed. It's actually a great thing because this is saying I acknowledge or I see that this person is trustworthy. And I love that she's got one of the, are they tulips? I think those are tulips, right? She's got one of the same type of flower on her card. So it's like somebody teaching you how to ride a bike. I will ride the bike, you can see, and then I'll like walk with you while you're learning. I really do feel like you've inspired somebody to change their life because you highlighted for them, you're letting go of opportunities or things that you want in your life because of this best friend or this family member. And you should maybe reconsider that. Maybe there's things that you don't want to miss out on, right? This is What's the News. Not yet upper echelon, but it's only a matter of time. I have not eaten yet today, which is not a good choice on my part, but I don't know. It's kind of how I am. I get all excited about coming on live because I only did one live stream. Well, technically 2, but I missed you guys is what I'm trying to say. So I was real eager to get on. It's true. All right. So we've got wine and dine. Courtship. Consistently dating. Romance and passion. SOS. Distress. Act with urgency and assistance needed. And Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership, and swept up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. So we have somebody who has intense emotions, probably because they're worried that their other half is feeling like they're not going to have a relationship, but there's too many emotions for this person to just walk away. And so we have an urgency that they're feeling. I feel like this consistently dating is, if I don't do something, then I feel like I'm going to lose my love interest. There are other people that are interested in the same person. Penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up, and budgeting. Puzzled, and super says me. Well, we still got some haters. We still got some people judging. So because we have a person making changes, right? We have that urgency card and somebody who's saving or budgeting. It makes this friend or maybe family, community confused. What are you doing? You used to be more of like the type to overindulge, and now you're saving money. Now you're not going out. You're not buying the Starbucks or the avocado toast. There are people that are noticing this person is changing their behavior, and they're curious as to why. Hey, what you doing over there? This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? It's true. Haters are just like a given. You don't have any haters. You're not doing it right. Clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. Trapped, stuck, tied down, and captive. That was our Eight of Swords, right? And chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. So this person may have felt rather comfortable in their Eight of Swords, in their cage. You know, well, this is my life. Okay, well, I'll just stay here. It's fine. You know, I got some cheese and some crackers, so it'll be all right. Or a cheese ball. The thing is they felt this intense spark or passion with a love interest, and it motivated them to reconsider whether or not they were just going to continue to stay stuck. But it's not an easy decision. We've got one day, someday, somewhere, another time. And influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. I freaking told you. And foundation, established, family, and security. I keep kicking the can down the street or not wanting to take any action. I have let myself feel stuck or directionless because I know that my influences, family, see that right here, right here? My family doesn't approve. My best friend doesn't approve. And right now, these are the people that I rely on, or they rely on me. So I don't know how I can pursue the love interest I want right now. I have to like just kind of admit that it's not going to happen. I know. So we have obsession and nourish. So definitely a lot of chemistry, definitely a sense of love, but we also have obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Remember, we had the insatiable card as well. They are struggling to think about how to deal with the void this love interest would leave in their life if they did nothing. So it's that's putting that sense of urgency within them and making them realize I really need to do something to free myself, to heal from these things that make me feel like I can't pursue my love interest, because I need to focus on myself. I let all these other people tell me how to live my life, when all I really want is to be able to be close to that person that I love. So hopefully they make the right choice, right? But we all have free will. This is the hidden truth. Hey, look, you guys, we're at 45 minutes. Uh-oh. Hold on. Look here. What else? I regret lying to you. Just being near you is intoxicating. Remember we had the addicted card, insatiable? We both know I'm not the one for you. So many things remind me of you. And I want to feel that way again. We need to let each other go. Well, that's a little bit of whiplash for you. I regret lying to you. So many things remind me of you. They're in their head thinking about this romantic connection. They want more. They want to feel that happiness that they feel when they're with you. But I'm not the one for you, and we need to let each other go. This is that influence, right? Who's telling them that they can't be with you? This is the obstacle for them. All right. This is the signs of the times, and then we'll probably have to call it so that I can eat some breakfast. What else do we have? Relationships. Other relationships are impacting whether or not this person feels like they can pursue the love of their life. They have to be willing to take a pretty big leap of faith, gamble a little bit, in order to actually be with this person. And for some of you, they're a little bit too concerned over what they will lose if they choose you. And for others of you, this intoxicating energy that you possess, it's too much for them to deny. They want to feel that energy they felt around you again, and it may motivate them to make a decision that is a little bit uncharacteristic for them. So, all right. I hope that helped. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the good jokes in the chat. I hope to see you on the next live. Doodles.